Picture this, a backup point guard putting up 12.6 points, 5.9 assists, and 3.9 rebounds per game. Meet Scottie Pippen Jr., the Memphis Grizzlies' rising star who's turning heads. But here's the million-dollar question. Should the Grizzlies keep him as their secret weapon off the bench or thrust him into the starting lineup? As the son of an NBA legend, Pippen Jr.'s journey to the pros was unique. Now, with every impressive performance, he's forcing the Grizzlies to make a tough call. What would you do if you were in the coach's shoes? Stick around as we break down the Scottie Pippen Jr. dilemma. Picture this, the FedEx Forum in Memphis is buzzing, but not for the usual suspects. The name Pippen is lighting up the scoreboard, but it's 2024, not 1996. Enter Scottie Pippen Jr., the unexpected heir to a basketball legacy. Son of NBA legend Scottie Pippen, young Scottie's journey to the hardwood was anything but smooth. Undrafted out of Vanderbilt, Pippen Jr. found himself at a crossroads. The expectations were sky high, but the NBA doors remained shut. Doubts crept in, threatening to derail his dreams. But Scottie Jr. had other plans. With his father's work ethic in his DNA, he set out to prove he belonged. The Memphis Grizzlies took notice, signing him to a two-way contract. It wasn't glamorous, but it was his foot in the door. Pippen Jr.'s early days with the Grizzlies were a test of patience. Limited minutes, garbage time appearances, and more time on the bench than on the court. But Scottie didn't waver. He absorbed every lesson, staying late after practice to refine his skills. As time passed, whispers began to circulate. The Grizzlies had found something special in their young backup point guard. Pippen Jr. was making the most of every second on the court, showing flashes of brilliance that echoed his father's tenacity and basketball IQ. Then came the night that changed everything. Facing the Chicago Bulls, Scottie Jr. got his chance. What followed was nothing short of spectacular. He exploded for 30 points, a career high. Draining threes, slashing to the basket, finding open teammates, Pippen Jr. was everywhere. With 2 minutes left, he sealed the game with a clutch step-back three, sending the United Center crowd into a frenzy. As the final buzzer sounded, the basketball world was abuzz. Scottie Pippen Jr. had arrived. But his performance begged the question, was this a one-time wonder, or had the NBA just witnessed the emergence of its next great guard? Looking ahead, all eyes are on Pippen Jr. as he continues to carve his own path in the league, one dribble at a time. Imagine a backup point guard who is setting the bench on fire. That's Scottie Pippen Jr. for the Memphis Grizzlies. While he may not be starting games, he's certainly finishing them with a bang. What turns a second-string player into a team's secret weapon? For the Grizzlies, the answer might be wearing number 1. Pippen Jr. isn't just maintaining leads, he's changing the entire momentum of games. His ability to ignite the team is like watching a spark turn into a flame, and suddenly the whole Grizzlies squad is on fire. So what's the secret sauce? Pippen Jr. is a Swiss Army knife on the court. Need a three-pointer? He's your guy, shooting over 40% from downtown. Looking for a perfect pass? His court vision has you covered. On defense, he's a pit bull in sneakers, applying relentless pressure on even the quickest opponents. But perhaps Pippen Jr.'s most valuable asset is how he complements Ja Morant. Where Morant is all high-flying acrobatics and explosive dives, Pippen Jr. brings a more grounded, cerebral approach. His focus on shooting and playmaking creates a dynamic 1-2 punch that keeps defenses guessing. It's like the Grizzlies have two different gears they can shift into at will. This versatility perfectly fits into the Grizzlies' strategy. Coach Taylor Jenkins can deploy Pippen Jr. alongside Morant for a small ball lineup that pushes the pace, or use him as the primary ball handler when Morant needs rest. Of course, coming off the bench isn't all glamour. It takes a special mindset to excel in a backup role, and Pippen Jr. has it in spades. "I think this game is still personal," he says. "I would definitely say it's a chip on my shoulder going out there trying to prove myself once again." That hunger shines through every minute he's on the court. And prove himself he has. In a recent game against the Washington Wizards, Pippen Jr. didn't just play well, he made history. With 11 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds, he notched his first career triple-double. But this wasn't just any triple-double. It made Pippen Jr. and his father the first father-son duo in NBA history to each record a triple-double. Talk about following in your father's footsteps and then some. As the Memphis Grizzlies ride their impressive season, a new question emerges from the depths of their roster. Is Scottie Pippen Jr. too valuable to keep on the bench? It's a dilemma that's got fans talking and analysts debating. With Ja Morant sidelined due to a hip injury, Pippen Jr. has stepped into the spotlight, showcasing skills that have many wondering if he's outgrown his backup role. His recent performances have been stellar, with Coach Taylor Jenkins calling him phenomenal after a standout game against the Bulls. But here's where things get complicated. The case for starting Pippen Jr. is strong. It could boost his development and confidence, giving him a chance to prove himself against the league's best night after night. On the flip side, team chemistry is delicate. The Grizzlies have found their rhythm, and shaking up the starting five could disrupt that balance. Plus, there's the question of bench strength. In today's NBA, a potent second unit can be the difference between a good team and a great one. The league has seen its share of sixth men who became legends without ever cracking the starting lineup. Manu Ginobili and Jamal Crawford came off the bench but often finished games, providing that crucial spark when it mattered most. Could Pippen Jr. follow a similar path? Pippen Jr.'s ability to contribute on both ends of the floor makes him a Swiss Army knife for the Grizzlies. Whether he's knocking down shots or locking down opponents, he's proving adaptable to whatever the game throws at him. But the NBA is evolving, and with it, the role of the sixth man. Some experts argue that in today's positionless basketball, keeping a player of Pippen Jr.'s caliber on the bench might be doing the team a disservice. They point to his solid shooting and defensive skills as evidence that he's ready for a larger role. As the debate rages on, all eyes turn to Coach Jenkins. So far, he's keeping his cards close. When pressed about Pippen Jr.'s future role, Jenkins remains non-committal, suggesting that the decision will unfold as the season progresses. It's a puzzle with no easy solution. Start Pippen Jr. and risk upsetting team dynamics, or keep him on the bench and potentially stunt his growth. As the Grizzlies navigate this crossroads, one question looms large. Will Pippen Jr.'s next breakout performance force Coach Jenkins' hand? Scottie Pippen Jr.'s journey from undrafted underdog to NBA rising star is a testament to perseverance and raw talent, catching the eye of basketball royalty. LeBron James, the face of the NBA, recently praised Pippen Jr.'s growth and professionalism. "He's made a name for himself," LeBron remarked, acknowledging the young guard's impact. As Pippen Jr. continues to make waves, his future potential is intriguing. Will he remain the Grizzlies' secret weapon off the bench or crack the starting lineup? One thing's clear, he's carving out his own legacy. Keep your eyes on number 1. Scottie Pippen Jr. is writing his own chapter in basketball history. How high can this unexpected game changer soar? Don't miss a minute of his electrifying ascent.